Okay, so we were just hit with a major plot twist in the Wendy Williams saga because she just came forward to reveal that her own son, Kevin Jr., just might be the reason for her conservatorship. Girl, say what now? Fans have spent months dragging her ex-husband Kevin Sr. for being greedy and having his eyes on Wendy's money, when the entire time it might have been a plot between him and his father the entire time. And get this, Wendy is finally sick and tired of covering up for her son because she is finally speaking up now, and she put her son on blast for betraying her in this horrible way. This situation is sad, but it looks like Wendy is trying to get control of her life back, so let's break this down. The wild part about this is that we thought that Junior really had his mom's back the entire time, and that he was the only person who was really in Wendy's corner and was watching out for her. I mean, he was her only child, so why exactly wouldn't he look out for his mama? We even felt very sorry for him when at the end of 2022, it was reported that he had been evicted from his luxury $2 million Miami apartment and sued for $70,000 in back rent. The thing is, Wendy was the one who was paying the rent, but she could no longer pay for him due to her medical and legal reasons. Kevin even had to appear in court, and he told the court that because of his mother's health issues, all of the financial support he received from her stopped, including his housing, and he also said that he was a full-time student but had taken a year out of school and was looking after Wendy. Everyone praised him for being the perfect son and putting his own future on hold for his mom, so there was no way we could know what was going on. We should have suspected something when her brother revealed that Wendy refused to let her son into her penthouse apartment. He claimed that Kevin flew to New York to spend some time with his mother on her birthday, but she wouldn't let him inside.
It could be monumental time with his mother if she opens the door. That's the reality. That's an example of how hard she's pushing away people who love her. It's frustrating. It looks like no end in sight.
But again, nobody suspected anything because we assumed that it was just her dementia acting up again. We couldn't think much about it because not long after that, we were hit with back-to-back news about her health and how bad it was. Wendy Williams' health struggles have been a major focus in recent years. In the past couple of years, she has faced multiple issues that forced her to step away from her beloved show. Reports of her alleged dementia started circulating in the media, leading many to believe this was the reason for her conservatorship. After months of trying to hide the truth, her team eventually confirmed the rumors, saying in 2023, after undergoing a battery of medical tests, Wendy was officially diagnosed with primary progressive aphasia and frontotemporal dementia. Her symptoms, which combine impact her language and communication, behavior, and cognitive functions, have already presented significant hurdles in Wendy's life. The next thing we knew, court documents revealed that Wendy was indeed placed under guardianship, which restricted her financial and personal decisions. This news shocked her fans and sparked concern about her well-being. The guardianship seemed to confirm the rumors about her declining health and cognitive ability. Her guardian claimed she was cognitively impaired and permanently incapacitated. However, the situation wasn't as clear-cut as it seemed. Wendy's family and friends challenged these claims, insisting she was lucid and aware of her situation, and they painted her guardian as being cruel and trying to separate her from the family and loved ones. The restrictions that the guardian placed on Wendy were severe. Wendy revealed that she had only been outside twice in a 30-day period while living in an assisted living facility. Her life became isolating and restrictive. She felt trapped and missed her family, struggling against the constraints placed upon her. Wendy's fans were shocked by the dramatic shift in her public persona. The contrast between her past confidence and her current vulnerabilities were stark, and a lot of fans expressed concern over her situation, questioning the necessity of such strict measures. The guardianship became a contentious issue, with some fans accusing Wendy's guardian of her power. The lack of transparency surrounding the reasons for her legal situation fueled more speculation and concern. As time went on, it became clear that the initial assumptions about Wendy's conservatorship were not entirely accurate. The real reason behind her legal situation remained hidden from the public, shrouded in mystery and conflicting statements. However, as we found out more details, it became clear that Wendy's story was more complicated than initially thought. We recently found out that her dementia, while a concern, was not the sole or primary reason for her guardianship, because there was a lot going on behind the scenes. But while all this was going on, her ex-husband, Kevin Hunter Sr., saw an opportunity to exploit her vulnerable state because he continued to try to get access to Wendy's money after their divorce. Kevin Sr. aggressively went after the payment of his alimony payments, claiming Wendy had withheld financial information during their divorce proceedings, claiming that she hid $48 million during the divorce. He argued that their entire settlement should be invalidated based on this. However, her guardian, Sabrina, opposed this motion, saying, at the time of the divorce, Kevin stated he was fully satisfied and understood the process and and had consulted with professionals to be fully aware of the assets and his rights with regard to such assets, and that as such, he has absolutely no case to reopen the divorce proceeding. But Kevin did not stop trying to get Wendy's money, and he said, Wendy was in rehab and these people just stopped depositing my money cold turkey. These people have tried to starve me out. At the end of the day, I earned that money and I'm not letting them take it. I know she is not in a good place and she is surrounded by people who are taking advantage of her condition, including the so-called guardianship. Wendy's guardian, Sabrina Morsey, intervened to stop the alimony payments to Kevin Sr. This action left him broke, complaining about not having the funds for basic necessities like health insurance and living expenses. He said, I have fallen behind on most of my bills. I'm behind on credit card payments because I have no money since the severance payments were suspended. My life has been greatly affected since the plaintiff stopped making payments under our settlement agreement. The fact that I am unable to sustain my life and pay my bills in order is extremely urgent to me. I cannot pay my bills and sustain my day-to-day living. The financial disputes made the situation even more complicated. While she struggled with health problems and the conservatorship, her ex-husband focused on getting his hands on Wendy's money, and he even went as far as to sue her for money. The legal battle dragged on for months, with Kevin Sr. making public statements about his financial struggles to get sympathy. Fans questioned why he couldn't support himself without Wendy's money or just get a job like the rest of us. The ongoing legal battles took a toll on Wendy, even under conservatorship. The stress of dealing with her ex-husband's financial demands added to her already challenging situation. As the situation unfolded, it became clear that Kevin Sr.'s actions were not just about money, but also about maintaining control and influence over Wendy's life. His repeated attempts to access her funds and challenge the divorce settlement painted a picture of someone unwilling to let go of the financial benefits he had enjoyed during their marriage, especially because he had a side piece and a baby to maintain, and y'all know that kids are not cheap. Don't even get me started on his boo thing, Sharina, and her super lavish lifestyle. But then we were hit with a major plot twist when her own son, Kevin Hunter Jr., was accused of misusing her money. Wendy herself claimed that Kevin Jr. had been making large withdrawals from her accounts without her knowledge or consent. Now, we already knew this because a couple of years ago, it was reported that Jr. had been spending recklessly. Wells Fargo, Wendy's bank, flagged suspicious activity on her accounts and took action to protect her assets. The bank's decision to freeze Wendy's accounts was based on concerns of potential financial exploitation. This move effectively cut off Jr., but at the same time, it also cut off Wendy's access to her own money, leading to a complex legal situation. At the time Kevin Hunter Jr. denied the allegations of theft, he claimed that his use of Wendy's American Express card was for her care and well-being, covering expenses related to her transportation and medical appointments. He said, I had to look for ways to transport her if we had to get to an appointment. The financial misconduct allegations against Kevin Jr. went beyond using Wendy's credit card. There were claims that he attempted to rent a boat for $1,500 but ended up with a $130,000 rental. Kevin Jr. attributed this increase to the bank's influence, though the details remain unclear because how on earth do you jump from $1,500 to $130,000? That's insane on every single level.
It was a situation where Kevin says he wanted to rent a boat for his birthday for $1,500 and ended up getting a boat that rented out for $113,000, and he blamed it on the bank, that the bank wanted him to have that. That never really made sense.
Despite his claims, the court expressed serious concerns about Kevin Jr.'s ability to protect his mother from financial exploitation. The court stated the court is not convinced that he can keep her safe and wouldn't willingly or unwittingly expose her to financial exploitation. This lack of confidence in Kevin Jr.'s judgment played a significant role in the decision to place Wendy under guardianship. Well, in a new interview, Wendy finally spoke up about the situation, and she is done protecting her son because she spilled the entire story, and child, it's worse than we thought.
Son, he overstepped his boundaries in terms of me. You understand? He overstepped his boundaries, and he was inappropriately using my money without telling me crap about it. Like, is he stealing from me? Look, all I know is that in terms of what I'm dealing with, and that this is still going on, because, that's when my money got frozen at Wells Fargo. Thank God. No more money stealing from my son and the other people.
Wells Fargo, your bank, said you were the victim of undue influence and financial exploitation with respect to your money. Who was unduly influencing you? Who is the person that was doing this?
Thank you. Listen, my son is a really good person. You know what? Oh, God, I'm not going to cry about that. Oh, I'm sorry for cursing. Look, my son is a good person, but at this point, he is a horrible person to me. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's the way he moves with other people. You know what I'm saying? And what's going on with these other people at my apartment in Miami? What are you doing? Oh, you spent on what? And what is going on at Wells Fargo?
Kevin Jr.'s financial misconduct changed the entire story, because at first, we all thought that Wendy's health issues, including her dementia, were the primary reasons for the conservatorship. However, it became clear that concerns about financial exploitation, particularly involving her own son, were a major factor in the decision to place Wendy under guardianship, and the courts might have done a favor for her after all. And even Wendy herself admitted to that. Well, fans are now putting two and two together, and there's a conspiracy theory going around that Jr. might have teamed up with his father, Kevin Sr., to get Wendy's money. And knowing Kevin Sr., we wouldn't exactly put it past him. Fans commented, "It makes sense. I bet his father has a lot to do with this." Sadly to say, before all this even happened, Wendy, I could have told you that the son mishandled the funds. He was only 20 years old when this happened. No 20-year-old would have handled this situation any differently. And I guarantee her ex-husband pressured him into giving him the money. This is a sad situation, but y'all let me know how y'all feel about this in the comments. Then check out this next video.